Okay then. Let's see. Can everybody hear me? Presumably. We're just gonna start. Today early. No reason to take longer than necessary. I'm ready to go. This desk is a mess though. Just feel like I gotta clean this up ahead of time, but here we are. So yeah, the door issue, I'm not sure. I looked on the reviews. I couldn't see where other people may have been having the same issue, but I mean, these are just simply too big. I looked around to see if I have smaller ones, and there's not, as far as I can tell. So I'm not sure how I ended up with these, but I did put in an order for another set, so hopefully that one's good. But yeah, these are just too big. The bezels, the radius on the head is just too big. But anyways, the idea that I came up with to wrap up this thing today, minus the door, obviously, and you'll see actually on the other camera, let me switch it over, that I took off that bracket that broke yesterday, that we saw break. But yeah, I've come up with a plan and also a jig to make sure this is straight, structurally sound, and good enough to hold the door. And it basically involves doing a couple drills. You can see here, and I'll show you actually on the overhead. You can see here. So where is it? Right there. So I just made this cut, and then I made a cut, a bore hole all the way through it. I have this tool here, along with, and this is a tool for threading, and I have a 0.8 M5 threading bit, but I don't see it here. Where did that go? I think this might be it actually here. So yeah, this is also, it's a ratcheting just tool to be able to put these thread different holes, various size threading bits. So yeah, so the plan is basically to go up to the thing, to the existing structural wall that we have, and then with a marker, mark out basically along this where we can put some holes in like the most ideal places, and then I'll come back and I'll drill them here on the camera. And the idea then is to drill them through both holes up here, but then to drill through, I don't know, maybe it'll be different actually. Maybe I'll just drill them all up on the wall. Who knows? But basically, we're gonna see what I can do here. I was thinking, because I'm just one person, it might be easy for me to actually drill one side, and then so basically drill one. Where did my other? Okay, so that's the other. Okay. Now where is? What is this? This is a 3/16, which happens to be pretty close to what I need for. It's a little too big, so I think I want a smaller one. That one's looking a little better. This is a 532. Okay, so I'm gonna use this 532 to drill some holes, and I'll use this jig I have to make sure that I drill them pretty much straight, as straight as I can, without a press or anything, without any kind of additional jig or clamps. And then I'll just drill into both beams, and then I'll I think the idea here, so okay, so basically you guys can see on camera. The idea here is use one long bar across these bars to make sure that this is pretty structurally sound. But that also then means that, hey, I need all the bars to be at the right place location-wise. They all need to be even. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So if I drill a hole through one, that will basically fix it in place, and I can put a screw in, and then I can drill the other holes. That's what I'm thinking I should do, just on the basis that I don't have a lot of other options. But so I already have one drill hole over here. I showed you on the camera for a moment. So I'm thinking about using that to mark this hole, or to finish this hole rather, and to drill into the final, the other end. Where is? I brought some tools out here earlier I was using for a separate issue, and I don't have them. Okay, that's fine. All right, so yeah, so the idea is to use the jig and to cut a hole through this into the other piece of 2020 extruded aluminum. This has like a little bump on it from some drilling mistakes. So let me get rid of this bump or just like piece of metal hanging out. Let's get this out. All right. Okay. So I'm thinking I could just drill through here, but maybe it'll be easier to start on this other end. I think you'll be able to see me on camera as well. Yeah. So this is as best of an idea as I have. Taking all this down and doing it that way is to just line this up. Use this little jig blade, and to you know, if I could just get the one end, and I could probably honestly, without this, I could probably get one end, screw that in, and then use that after. So give it a shot. I basically just want to drill a hole in through here. I really shouldn't try to puncture. Not like an ideal drill for this, it seems. It does seem to be drilling, it's just very slow. Get up higher. Oh, wow, the magnet for my microphone got stuck on the ladder there. Okay. Let's see. Having some failures with the drill. I did a little test earlier and it seemed to go through on the table, but I wonder if that was just because I was using the table. That's way too big. Alright, so I don't see any other drill bits here that I might have used. Yeah, so I mean, basically I just want to be able to get this drilled through, just a simple hole through it. It seems possible, but it's also just very tedious. I have these longer sort of screws that I would believe should go into here and then into the holes I'm drilling. And considering how much I really didn't seem to go through on the other end, I think I just need to get a slightly taller one than this, but smaller than that. So let's see about this one. Okay, seems better. So the idea would be, can I now go through and thread this so that this will screw in? And yeah, so I want to thread that so I can screw this in. And then once it's threaded, I can put the other piece on there, tighten it, and then just basically drill through everything. Drill through the outer 2020 and then the inner 2020 all in one pass, you know. The idea being that the holes will be lined up and I won't have to take any of this down to do it. All right. So this should okay. I mean, it does seem to. I don't know how. The only thing I'm not sure about really is how tight that will get, or rather how much longer the screws than it should be. So let's find out, I guess. Okay, so we want that there. And just because one person, it is kind of hard to otherwise do this. I'm gonna try and get this in first, and then have that act as like, you know, a point that I can use to put the rest up without it moving and sliding. Okay. And so like the idea here would be that I want to be able to you know, basically hold all this together with this one strip, just kind of like right there. But now I need to be able to drill a hole through here, through both layers of this, which is going to be rather tedious. So maybe I can use some tape to sort of temper. Like this side is being held now. I don't know if you can see with me in the way or not, but this side is being held by that screw. So now I just want to put the same thing here and over there. and that way holding this wall nice and straight. A better drill would be ideal, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do with what I got at any given moment. Well, I guess a trip to Lowe's or so wouldn't be nothing but 20 minutes away. So a trip to Lowe's might end up being the ideal thing to do here, because this, yeah, this is going to be challenging. I mean, obviously a drill bit made to go into metal and not into concrete would be ideal. So I think I do need to get that drill issue fixed, because there's no chance that I'm going to be able to take this stuff down and put it all back on the stream without first drilling these this way and getting things set up this way. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do, because I mean nobody's really watching. Come on. I'm going to pause the stream for a bit, and I'm going to go get the correct drill bits. It may take 20 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes. Worst case, an hour if you're not traffic. But I'm going to do a quick run over to the Lowe's and yeah, basically get the correct bits to be able to drill this. So I'll be back and put you on standby in the meantime. Hello. Can you hear me? All right, cool. Seems like I'm loud again. Cool. Where did my magnet go? That's not good. Oh, there it is. Okay, magnet here. I like pie. Said hello. Hello, I like pie. No problems with the stream. No problems with the stream. Just had to run out and grab something. Let's see. So you can probably see. Let's go to the overhead. I had to go grab a drill bit. They don't have 5mm because we're in America, so there's no metric system. So I couldn't find a 5mm, but I found a 532. So 32nd. And I guess a number 19 would be good for this too, but they don't have it. So let me switch the camera back. Yo. All right, so the goal here today is to get up here, right up here. We want to get this piece of metal attached to this all the way across beyond these joining points. And that's just to double up, beef up the aluminum, make it a little stronger. Should have less problems then. Is this gonna work? Maybe. Okay, so I want to get nice straight cuts. So I kind of have this jig that should help with that. But yeah, I just need. It's so hard to do with just myself here. So, but not impossible. Okay, so now hopefully make a nice straight. Okay, looks good so far. The main thing is I need them to connect to each other. So I've already drilled on the other end and put a bit in there, or rather a bolt in there. And now I have this cool tool to tap it, to put some threads in there. It's an M5 0.8 decimal tap. So the 0.8 I believe is just the threading pitch. I need to look more into that, but it's like how many coils of thread there are around the bolt. Let me see. So I do need to grab a bolt, and this one I think will work. And then I need to also, for testing purposes, I should be able to fit this into my hammer drill. So fit this in. So now this is what I'll use to basically cut. So this now has a hole in it somewhere. Somewhere there's a hole in it. I see, it's up here. And the idea now is to, without taking this whole wall down, I'm trying to secure this. So in order to get this to fit in, this bolt to fit in all the way across, I need to basically make the out radius where the head of this bolt is going to go larger around this hole. Now that way the head of the bolt can slide in and screw in all the way through. And then I'll go ahead and thread after this. So use this one here. There we go. And now this hole should be large enough, you know, for this to slide in with the head in there. I just need to thread it. I need to thread not just this, but then also the other piece of aluminum. And ideally, I think you would thread them together, as to have straight threads that go all the way through. But it's could be a little challenging considering. Let's see. think it's working. Seems to be going in as far as I can. Take it out and put the bolt in. Okay, so now the other way. Okay, take this out, and then we'll be we'll be done threading. Let's get this out of here. And then I just got to do this roughly, let's see, 1, 2, 3 more times at least. So, just, yeah, I think it should get stronger and more tougher as I go, at least. But, yeah. Okay. Just gonna go there. Okay, seems to be tightening. Yeah, I mean, this should make this significantly, this wall significantly sturdier. Okay, we're almost there. And, what we want is a sturdy wall so that we can have a sturdy door. So yeah, so basically I just need to get that in, another one here, another one here. So another one here, one over there, one over there. I'm gonna do the far end first, and then I'll come back and do the other. I really hope that was on camera. Oh my God. I'll come back and get the other sides. So come on, switch to this bit. So first is drill bit. We'll drill it. Second is going to be tapping. We'll tab it. And then finally, so I'm just kind of by eye and by feel trying to make sure that this extruded aluminum is lined up. This is honestly, this is way easier than it was a little while ago. Trying to do this without a metal drill bit. So now I have this thing, and the idea being that the head of these screws, I'm gonna grab one. The head of these screws is just too wide. I mean, so basically the hole that we're making is only as wide as the actual screw itself, while the hole that we need this to set in is obviously has a lot higher diameter. So that's where this comes in. So this goes down and then allows me to increase that diameter to be, I think it's like the 4th tier up, but basically just big enough to fit this bolt in. So, okay. So we'll get that opened up and expanded, and then I'll tap it, and then I should be able to do it. Okay, so there's that, and then now it should go right in there. It does seem to go mostly in. Sticks out a little bit, but you know what? Not a big deal in the long run. So now I want to switch this to righty tighty, and I want to tap it, and I just want to it's a ratchet, so I can just back and forth, And what this is going to do is it fits right into the hole we made, and not right into perfectly, but basically just enough that it can basically engrave a spiral down the inner surface of the cylinder of the borehole. So the borehole creates like a cylinder, and then this is going to allow us to engrave a specific sized spiral down the sides of that borehole. This tapping is what it's called, and yeah, so I'm going in now onto both sides so it holds itself up. So that's good. And then now I just want to righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I want to loosen this out. And it's not going to kill me to do this either. It's a little bit less exhausting. I'm trying to do this real fast. Oh, this is obviously going to be quicker. There we go, we're out of that hole. Come on. And yeah, what we don't want is this thing not coming out. But luckily I don't think we're going to have that problem. So yeah, the cool thing about this is just that you can always kind of get it out. Come on. Okay. Jesus. So we got that in. So now this will snap down, and this will screw in, and then on the other end, it should just screw right in as well. So let me get this Allen wrench, and okay, apply a little pressure because it seems to be struggling, but it's going in now. Right about here. There we go. Okay, it's starting to tighten. So okay, let's get this as tight as I can. And it's like I can already feel that this wall is now way, just structurally way sturdier. Okay, I will need to go back around, make sure that's snapped in before I caulk all this together. I'm not going to do the caulking today, and to be clear, is not on my priority right now, because today, once I get this, yeah, this is already way better. Once I get this secured, we're going to go ahead and start building the inner inner shelves, and that's going to be basically one large shelf here, going all the way up, and then one right here behind the camera, going up in the center of the room. And on either side is where the dust extraction fans will be. So let's go ahead and get this, the next holes bored out for the screw. We'll probably go ahead and just do the next 1, 2 that we need, and then do them at the same time. So as to speed this up a little, there's no reason to spend forever on this, but okay, I want this to go there. So Okay, interesting. I literally, oh no, I drilled right into the screw on the other end of this. So that's interesting. But yeah, okay then. You know what? It is something that happened. And I'm not going to think too much about it right now. I'm just going to move on. So we want to widen this hole. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and do that over here. I actually did not mean to drill to the other side on there, but it's not a big deal either. So this one, let's avoid doing that again though. Okay. And drill the larger hole for the bit head to go in. The bit bolt head. Okay, perfect. And now we can go ahead and do the threading. So, already tidy, let you loosey, make sure to sit up. Okay, I need to move the ladder a little closer. Go here. And make sure I'm actually hitting the spot I need to hit. Okay, it does seem good. It's just confusing because I think because of the thing I messed up on the other side, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Let's get it backed out. Come on. Okay, there we go. We'll get the next screw put in. I was using smaller ones actually, so because these are, I believe, too small, but then these ones are sort of just right. So grab 2 of these. So these are the bits we're using. I think they're oh, let's see. It looks like they're 25 millimeter, which is I guess that makes about as much sense as it should, but it's enough to go through the center of this 2020, so it'd be about roughly 10 plus another 10, so 25 probably goes in about 5. So yeah, sure it makes sense. Get the back piece here, and then we can screw this in. Okay, just getting in there, it's tightening now, and I'll have to go fix the other piece now because the bracket on the other side. We'll take a look at it in a moment here. Let's get this tightened down. Go back and tighten this one because it could. It looks like it could be tightened more, but maybe it's actually. Maybe it's not quite happy. But yeah, I think that's okay. Let's do this one now. I've got to tap it first, and then we can take it out. So tap. I can see the hole. Tap, tap, tap. And we just needed to go through enough that it poking out the other end. I don't have to go too far with this. Oh no, lost one of the screws. Yeah, should be roughly about the right spot. Let's go take it out. Okay. Come on. If you're rocking, don't come a knocking. But if you're rocking and that's causing knocking, what does that mean? What if you are the one knocking because you're rocking? So here we are. We're just trying to get this out. There we go. Find that bolt I dropped. Looks like it's right here. Oh my gosh, it is so hot here. Go ahead and get this put in. And yeah, this will be significantly stronger, I think, with with this being here. For sure it will be. Because I'm not gonna lie, it was a little flimsy, but yeah, this made the world of difference. Nice solid piece of aluminum to go across. Yeah, huge difference. I will have to fix that bracket, but the other day when I need the extra T brackets, I did go ahead and print some more of everything. So there's plenty of pieces now to finish fixing errors. There we go. So there you have it. So the room is more or less complete. We just need the door. Everything's, mostly secure as it's going to be. We got, you can see the little brackets holding it to the ground right here. We did this in the previous stream. You see the ones holding it to the wall right up there on the edge of the wall. Maybe you can't see them so well, but right here. And maybe if I move the camera a little bit, you can see them better. But going up the wall. And then right now, we just installed over the door header and along the other walls, the adjacent walls, we just installed another beam, and that has made this significantly stronger, way more secure. So both walls now, more or less, yeah, are pretty secure. They're not really budging. They do vibrate, but I mean, it's the nature of what it is, honestly. But it's actually really, really good for what it is as well. So I'm gonna put another T piece here, and then I think we'll start doing some shelves. I assume you can see where I was just pointing, but yeah, you should have been able to somewhat. So let's take this out. Get it out of the way. Bring the camera. Hello, everything else in the shop. Okay, camera here. Face it that way. So yeah, basically this T piece I had here broke. I just need to replace it. That broke yesterday on stream while trying to fit all this in place. But I went ahead and started the process of getting it ready to fix, which involves just getting some lock nuts and getting some screws put into this 3D print. Okay. All right. So interesting. That's one of the threaded lock nuts. That one's no good. There's another one. This one might also be not very functional. Let's see. Seems okay. All right. So get this put back on. I think my Allen wrench is in here. Okay. Turns out I really didn't need that jig at all, it seems. I mean, I wanted to use it for making sure my holes were straight, but just holding them, it turns out works out. So, okay, and then apparently I drilled through this thing, so I got to figure that out. So I'm not sure exactly what I did, but yeah, I could feel when I drilled, I could feel the bit over there poking out, so that's no good. This tightened, and then this one tightened. Okay. All right. Cool. So that's tightened. This is tightened. Well, it's getting tightened now. Anyways, okay. Yeah, this side is feeling so much better right now. And it's going to be interesting because once these AC infinities turn on, they're going to create a negative pressure. I'm going to have to try to balance it out, but yeah, this should be interesting to see how these kind of get sucked potentially inward or pushed potentially outward, depending on the ratio of air going in and out. But let's see. So yeah, so we can definitely start getting. What else should I do in here? I might go ahead and hit the other side of this. I guess I need to fix that top one up there potentially. But yeah, I mean, this is awesome. This is awesome. This should definitely hold. Okay, all right, guys. Oh my God, guys. You know, you forgot to switch cameras. You're right. I did forget to. I do that a bunch. And then I do. It doesn't matter because I do stream them onto separate sources anyway, so they're both full 1080p. It's not. I'm just not copying only the stream screen. So luckily, I do have all that footage in good old full resolution HD 1080p. But yeah, I just missed it on stream. My bad. I'm working on it. I'll get better. So let's move this over here. Here's the door for anyone wondering. And yeah, we should get this installed, I think Monday. I ordered some hinges that have the right bolts. I really should have just ordered the right hinges, bolts rather, but worst case, I'll have to do it again. I can't imagine I'll get the wrong bolts twice. And just so I can show that problem here is like you have these. Let me switch cameras and I'll remember not to switch it back. So, all right. So they got these bezels on them. It's kind of hard to see with the lighting. You know what? I have a tool just for this, which will allow me to put overhead lighting on demand with extra lighting. Oh, it's blinking a bunch of colors right now. Let's see. How do I switch that? Something like this could work maybe. Is it magnetic though? Oh wow, that's not even magnetic. But here we go, I'll try this. So you can kind of see the bezel. Whoa. There you go. I might need to like find some kind of like cool tool or something to make this easier. But you can see the bezel on there. It's an inner bezel where the hole is. And the idea is that this bolt here should have a, where is it at? It should have a bezel that should fit into that hole, that inner bezel on the head of this M5 screw. But in reality, it actually is too big, and so you can kind of see it is bigger than the hole, bigger than the bezel, inner bezel with that hole, and then yeah. Oh, let me get the lighting again. And then with the lighting, you can see there's like a lip on it. So even if I try to tighten that down as far as it'll go, it'll never be enough, and it's just going to be a problem. So let me try and get this. I mean, this is as far as it'll go, and it's touching, but the problem is there's a little lip there now, so it doesn't go all the way. It's not perfectly flush. It's the problem, and that adds up. It's a pretty significant lip, and so you can see this. I can't close the hinges all the way, And if I can't close them all the way, that means the door won't close all the way. And that's just with one nut. If there's two in there, it'll be double that. It's no good. The magnet on this light is sticking to everything. But there we go. So let me see, is this still here? It doesn't. Obviously it doesn't. Okay, so I'll turn that off. Try to switch the camera back. You mean bevel? That's right, bevel. Bevel, bezel, embezzle, embevelish, embezzlement. Okay, so yeah, so now I want to get the shelves in here, which means I want to make room in here, and clean this area up. All right, man, my camera work is amazing. So we'll get this area in the spotlight, get this area cleaned up. We'll just hide everything on the overhead shot for now. Yeah, I'm gonna need to sweep in here, and I'm going to want to move this door out of here. Get this out of the way. Boop. All right, let's get this out. We'll sweep up, get the remaining tools. All right, cool. Power measuring, flat rebar, hammer drill, lighter, marker. All right, this area is clean for the most part. Get the door out next. Okay, door on its way out. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so this thing is, gosh, it's just so much more secure now. It is, wait, maybe even the one here. I don't know, wouldn't hurt, I'm sure. Okay. All right, cool. Just sweep in here real quick. Maybe I can get the camera in here. Kind of get a better view. Okay, so, interesting. The weight is holding it down. Try and tighten it with this screw thing here. Still going down. Okay, there we go. It's a little better. Still kind of going down. I need to find a better head for this so I can better control. I might have an idea, but I'll have to test it out. Okay. All right, so I just want to come in here and sweep up real quick. So I just want to get a shot of that. Nothing too crazy, but how do I get a shot of that where you can see it, both see it, but also, you know, just looking at my feet. And that would be nice to know. So that is as tight as it can go. Yeah, there's some issues with this stand I got, this tripod. All right. Commit tax fraud, or at least tax evasion. Okay, yeah, broom. Then I'll get that room cleaned up. Yeah, hopefully the government will get rid of some of the taxes. I mean, I'm sure it's a pipe dream. It'll never happen. That would be nice. Just get rid of them altogether, and we don't have to become criminals for not paying them. Make them optional. You know, if the government's doing a good job, then like who wouldn't want to support them? You know. But if they're not doing a good job, who wants to be forced to support someone who's not doing a good job? Alright, I don't want to get into politics too much unless anybody, you guys want me to. Oh, I can get into it, but we'll save that for later. We won't do it for now. Let's get this room done. Sweep up from all the edges. Okay. I damaged my wall in here already. That's all right. It's a workshop. It's not a demo room, a demo house. Okay, there we are. Yep, all right. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Chop, chop, chop. Yes, there we are. We're almost there. Sweep it nice and clean. And then next step, get some shelves in here, make some room, get rid of those boxes, some of them. And get the camera going, or the door going next week. But yeah, let's focus on getting the shelves up, get the AC infinities going, you know, something going that's more interesting than walls. Okay, this can go there. This will go in trash. Dustpan. Okay. All right. Cool. Good enough. Okay. Okay. Let's see how hard it's going to be to do the shelves here. How heavy is it, rather? Yeah. Out of the way. Okay. All right. Well, all I can do is hope that there's nothing wrong with these shelves. I ordered them. I didn't look at them or check anything. I just ordered them. So sometimes that could be a mistake. But let's see what happens. So I'll just do, I'm going to carry one in at a time. Carry one in, do it, unload it, make it, set it up, and then do the next one. Man, this is heavy. And in a just generally awkward spot. I imagine I don't want this to be leaning against my walls. So, yeah. All right. Okay. I hope that this is the right size and everything, but yeah, so we can see the box there. Yeah. All right. What's a good way to do this? Get it all on camera. Okay. So maybe right here. If it holds itself. It is not holding itself. Gravity is pulling it down. So what can I do to fix that? Because I would think tightening this would fix that. But it just seems like at this point it's not actually tightening. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. Okay, so something to look into is getting one of these that are stronger. Can pretty much hold any angle would be great. Because there's not much weight on here. Like, I'm surprised it is struggling. But there is some weight on here. So there are some things I might be able to take off to make it less of a problem. But I'll have to look at that tomorrow. Because, this is not going to be easy to take that off. So let me see if I can wedge something under there for now. wedge this under, get this stay. I don't know if that'll stay or not. I can hope it does though. Okay, well, I'll try not to bump it or nothing. You know, I'm sure I will at some point. Can I even see my face in here? I should look at that mark there and try to decide how tall I am from it. But I can see that mark, so. All right, okie dokie. Razor blade. I'll need that for sure. Getting this box open, getting everything just pulled out of there. So this is a 26-inch, I'm pretty sure, depth. I'm not sure now how long it is anymore. I mean, because it's fitting in this box. Ugh. Okay. All right. Yep. So aside. There it is. Okay. There. And I'll just put all the pieces over there I don't need. Okay. All right. I mean, this isn't directly tied to the extraction room itself. This is just basically to hold the CNC machines and other things that are going to be in here. But before I go and mount the Xfinities, I just wanted to see how much space this was going to take up. So that's the motor. Just want to see how much space it takes up, and yeah. Interesting. I never actually tried these, but wow, it comes with its own little hammer. Some gloves, that's cool. What else has it got here? Okay. Interesting, yeah. Interesting. Definitely could use that hammer for something, I'm sure, other than maybe the assembly of this. Okay. Okay. This trash out of the way. Okay, so this is, yeah, I mean, this is how long it is. And I think that's gonna work out fine. Is it two of these? Yes. Yeah, maybe it's, yeah. All right. So basically, long enough for a CNC and wide enough to be able to fit in this room without it becoming cumbersome. And yeah, tall enough to fit all the machines I need on one rack, on one shelving unit. Okay. So after cell service, don't know about that. Simply instruction. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's a 5-tier, and yeah, it should be mostly a plug. You know, plug it in, hit it with a hammer, it should hold itself together. I don't believe it's going to require a significant amount of time here, but let's see what happens. For safety concerns, please hold the lower part and move the shelf. Interesting. Part list, okay. So we want to hit those in, right? Makes sense. Okay. The rubber pieces go on the bottom. Right. So I don't actually see any rubber pieces, but they're probably like in these bags here. So we'll go through. So what can you guys see right now? So I mean, you can see technically. Oh, there goes the thing that was holding it all. But you can't really see all of this. So yeah, I'm gonna need a new thing to grab that piece that flew off. Get that back on here. This jank mechanism. How can I get that to stay? No, not let me stick it there. Okay. Well, maybe that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm just trying not to bump it. Okay. So I have. Okay, I see. So these. Yeah. So these are the legs. These are the feet for the legs. Kind of interesting how that goes. So let me snap one of these on. I guess that's what the hammer's for. Oop. Okay, all right. Right on. So that will snap onto there. Then we'll go up another layer, and then they're supposed to join together. But it looks like for now it wants me to just put them on without joining them. So it wants me to put all the feet together. So it's 1, 2, 3 more. So 1, 2, 3. I'll do this. This. Okay. So this will be the bottom. Put this one, hammer it down. Okay. Good. Get to the next one. Okay. Next one. So you want to make sure that these are, and I did that one wrong. You want to make sure that the foot obviously is on the bottom, which can be determined based on the direction of the notches. So the shells are going to slide in through these notches here. Let me go on the big screen. Through these notches here. So you want to make sure that smaller diameter side, which is going to be where it holds the locking bit in, is down at the bottom side, where gravity will keep it secure in that spot. Okay, so I did mess up on this one, but it shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to just like knock this off pretty quick, hopefully. Yeah, pull right out. Stick this one on. Ooh. Okay, stick that on. Cool. Okay. So now it's telling me to connect 3 and 2, which is the short piece and the long piece like this. So it wants me to put 3 and 2 together on the bottom. Okay, and it has the 2s inside of it. Interesting. So it seems like each tier is in its own wrap set. That's cool. Okay. And so this is going to be facing outward like that, and it's shaped like this because it has like a little lip on the inside where the surface will sit down, the shelv's surface. And so that's all pretty straightforward. So let me move this here, I'll move this here. Go ahead and stick this one onto this. You can use the hammer here. Make sure it gets down into the slot. Move here. Okay, there we go. All right, let me also, I'll just show how this is kind of working. Grab this one, and then come back over to the overhead. And so, if you've never seen anything like this, I mean, there's nothing crazy here. Actually, all of my tables in my shop counters use the exact same style. So, but you can see like it has this shape, and then on both sides of this, the inside of this lighting is awful. On the inside of this corner beam edge, where is that light I had? The light is somewhere right in front of me. Over a snake. Slide this up. Okay. Yeah, that works a little better. So you can see the kind of keyhole shape on there, and then the idea is that this locks in. This has that shape going for it. We get it into the light. There's the camera hole. There it is. So it has these like little buttons on the end, and then those go into these like keyhole type shapes. So nothing too crazy happening here. But they slide. It slides right into the keyhole shape. I wonder. My ceiling is magnetic, so maybe if I hold that up there on the ceiling, then no. Maybe I'll try moving it there. So it kind of gives a little more light, but not much. But anyways, it's just going to slide into the big holes and then be hammered down into the small holes there. So slide into the big holes and then hammer it down. In this case, I'm just going to hit it down into the small holes, and then it holds itself. And now it'll just stay there. It's pretty secure. All right, let me walk back over. Switch the camera. So I did not switch the camera. Make sure that actually works. When I hit it, there we go. All right. And this is just going to give us the bottom piece, and then each new layer, each new tier,
should go exactly the same. So that's no good. You don't want this thing bending like that, obviously. So try and make sure that doesn't happen. This particular standard or design that I see a lot of these shelving places do. It's a little bit of a nuisance to get right, but it's kind of seems to be the easiest way to manufacture, and you would think that would make them a lot cheaper, but it doesn't. All right, come on, get on there. What's going on here? Trying to prove a point or something? What's happening? Okay. Well, all right then. So make sure this is leaning even more that way. And then there we go. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So let me do the other corner here. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. This piece here almost got mixed up. All right. Go there. This one will go here. Cool. Okay. So there's that. Put this in. Okay. On this side. All right. So now the idea would be to use the hammer. I got my own hammer here. Get these in. Make sure everything's nice and secure. This one looks like the button didn't go in. All right, cool. So we got all 4 legs in, huh? Just like the picture says. All right, so now it's telling us prefer to step 2 and 3, connect the other 2 vertical bars and turn them into a crossbar. All right, so now we can do the same thing, except this time the vertical bars are going to go through, I guess, each other. I thought there would be some kind of something to go between them, you know? Maybe that's what this is. It looks like that's exactly what I kind of pictured in my head. But there's only a few of these, which is kind of surprising. So I'm a little surprised with that. So this would be one. That would be another. That would be another. And yet somehow 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's only like 2 of these tall, which maybe that's what I'm expecting. So, okay. So then, yeah, this I think makes sense. So then this will just go here, simply put. Pretty straightforward. Easy peasy. Put that there. All right. Next, this one here. Okay. Next. And next. All right. Cool. So what I'll do here is with this, because all of these are going to basically just snap onto there. What I want to do is put the tops on, which is the same thing as the feet, but this time for the top. So the opposite of what I did for the feet. So except in one scenario. Turn all these upside down. There we go. Now they're the right orientation. So in other words, the small side is down, facing gravity, direction of gravity. And so, yep, right. So now, take this, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in case you want 2 separate tables, you can do that. And in my case, I'm not going to do that, but I am going to need to do something at some point. Okay. So cryptically, whatever that means, I'm going to need to do something at some point. Okay. Okay. All right. Stay still. This one on. I wonder if there is some kind of like dyslexia for like measuring things, because sometimes my measurements, they be a little questionable. In retrospect. All right. Okay. All right. So now I just want to do the same thing we did here to this piece, and then this time it'll go whoop, right up on top of here. It may be reasonable, I'm not sure, to do all that while it's up here. I mean, the instructions say like don't do it this way, but you know, I'm no sheep. So sure, it will be fine. Okay. So it's a little concerning, but I think it's okay. I think we're all right. Okay. Okay. Grab these. Take that off. Take this off. Take all of this off. Anything down here. So now, same thing, but on this side. Up here, so go right down to the joint. Or should I go up a level? I don't know. I think I'll just go right down to the joint. So I could see how this might be a little bit of a problem if it's going to move around like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, I got both sides. All right. Well, that works so far. So I'll get this one on. Now I wonder if it makes more sense to, it probably does, would be to put this along the crack, you know, instead of along. Okay, let's try that. I think that would make more sense. You put it along the crack, and then it's not just holding on by a little plastic tongue, you know. It's actually being held on by the metal. Okay. There we go with that. I'll do the other sides. How's this camera looking? A little bit sus. Let's go up some more. Now that we've gone higher, you didn't think we could do it, but we went higher. We got higher. Okay. got higher. We got higher. Okay. All right. So where's that tiny hammer? Here it is. You know, you can see that on the overhead. Spot that out for me. Cool. Here we are. And then I'll need to get the Discord going so like you guys can, you there in the chat, you can just talk to me over text to speech. That would be kind of fun, huh? What do you think? I don't have to go look at the chat because it's kind of hard to do when you're trying to focus on just getting this thing together to go look at the chat, but not impossible. All right, cool. So that's pretty sturdy. I gotta say, it feels rather sturdy. So I have some. Well, we're gonna have to do some unboxings, but we got some cool stuff, and that clearly did not hold very long. I mean, everything kind of helps structurally to hold this thing together. So like, you gotta have the shelves in for it to be totally like holding up. Okay. All right. So this let me just put this in, kind of help keep it stable. Okay. Seems good, but there's like a bit of bending on that one. I'm not totally sure I know why that's happening. All right. Get this top bit put on. The shelf up here put on. Okay. So I think my plan here is going to be to move this shelf over and put another one beside it, and then down the road in the future we'll have one on the other side and potentially one here. Definitely one over here. Maybe not over here because the door, but over here, right there, and it'll just be this little area in the middle to kind of operate between them. But yeah, we'll do that in the future. We don't worry about it right now. We'll just do what we can for now. So this is going to go here, here, here. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. I got stuck in there somehow. What are we doing here? Cool. Okay. All right. I am getting messages. Sometimes people like to text me and let me know that like my audio broke or something. So let me just check it. Switch cam, he says. Okay. Cool. Hey, we're making progress. Hey, we're on camera. We're making progress, okay? So don't say we're not making progress. All right. Okay. So I just need to put this one across
and then you can put a top shelf on. This thing will be very stable. And I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put on the top. Oops. Okay, I guess I did it again. Seems a little easy to do that, I must say. And then which is to get the button bits on on the back side of the rail as opposed to in the holes. Ugh. Good enough, I hope. Come on. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. I hope these shelves are pretty sturdy. It's the first time I'm getting a shelf with like metal, actual shelving piece, which is kind of interesting. And it has bars going across. So I mean, it looks pretty sturdy, I must say. And now that it's here, it's feeling pretty sturdy at this point. All right, so. Okay. So yeah, we got plenty of room here. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have the CNC up here, right here, and then I mean, ideally I could have 3 CNCs. That'd be awesome, you know. But I need a place to put the vacuums and things as well. So how wide is this exactly? Measuring tape down here. Okay. Oh, all right. So this thing. Whoa. It's 55 1/4. So from here to here, I have 29, and from here to here, I have 31, which is enough to do 55 1/4. So I could put another shelf there, and I think that's going to be the best option. But I need to figure out exactly what my plan is going to be as far as the. Let's get this out of here. So yeah, I could fit another one here, and then I just need to figure out, because I gotta have my AC Infinities in here mounted somewhere, presumably. I could put them into the ceiling, actually. That's an option. Maybe I'll put them up there. It's gonna be hard to film that. It would definitely be hard to film, because it wouldn't necessarily be a problem to have a cool square duct here, you know, one over here somewhere, and the air just kind of coming in one and out the other. But oh, video cutout brother. Oh, well, thanks. You must have used the Discord speech, so I appreciate that. Video cutout brother. Let's see, why did it cut out? So this phone. Oh, somehow the battery died, which should. Oh no, it's not plugged in. So I guess that makes sense. So yeah, I mean, oops, you would expect the battery to die if it's not plugged in.
And that's what happened. Okay. Well, that's no good. Yeah, so the main camera battery died. Thank you for jumping on there and saying that. I wonder how long ago it cut out. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Tax far out, woot woot. Okay. So I can technically maybe turn it back on now, but it might just die again with the battery being low. So this is my main camera, so I do have to. Wow, I didn't check that before I started the stream. I just assumed it was still charging. But yeah, let's see what happens here. This should come back now. How long it will last, I'm not sure. It is charging, so maybe it'll last, but I think in reality it's not getting enough juice to charge and use the camera at the same time. But maybe it is. But anyways, I mean, I can cut it out here anyways, and we'll figure out what we're going to do going forward. But yeah, I'll probably go ahead and get another shelf here and then start putting the machines on. So yeah, I'll do the door as soon as the parts come. We'll make that another stream. But yeah, the next stream, I think we'll start doing some assembly and unboxing of some CNC machines. We're still on camera? Yeah. And yeah, I don't have my little mini monitor with me today, so I'll need to figure that out too, a better solution. But yeah, so we got the door frame secure. That thing's not going anywhere. Nice and strong. And now we have a shelf up. So pretty productive day. Get the other side up in the next stream. I might do that tomorrow. So that Monday, when I come back, get the door on, and then also start unboxing and assembling some of the CNCs. I don't want to lose track of the side of this room, though. I am trying to also move forward on other stuff. So what I'll do is we'll get the shelf up, we'll get the door on, and I'll start installing the AC Infinity. I'll get that planned out in between here and Monday. And then by Tuesday, I want to start unboxing and assembling some of the CNCs. And then we'll do some testing and reviews at some point after some time. But I can already do some reviews on some of the CNCs I have. So that's it. So here we go. We got one shelf up. And we'll put some more layers, shelves on there, depending on the use case. If I know I need to have a vacuum, I need to have the CNC. Ideally, I'll have multiple CNCs on one machine. Yeah, so yeah, we'll get there. We're definitely making progress, and it's not going to slow down. If anything, it'll speed up. This room is the first time I've ever made something like this, so there was a little bit of a learning curve, and materializing it, realizing it took a little effort, especially when I got the parts wrong, and I ended up with these gray 2020 extruded aluminums, which just have a small channel. Made the entire project slower and more complicated, but it's done. We worked around it, made it work, hammered it in. Yeah, so cool. I think it's looking good. All right, I'll see you guys on Monday then. We're gonna skip a day tomorrow, and ideally we won't do streams on the weekends, but maybe we will. Just depends on what I have time for, because there are other things I'm working on, software related, for this, but in the background, so that'll all be getting revealed in due time. But yeah, so I basically I've developed an MVP product of the cloud platform and the client that everybody can use to install to connect to the cloud. And then the idea is to integrate like a plugin or an app, sort of app marketplace with different features. In this case, the first feature will be something like converting 2D images, any image, into a 3D relief, and then being able to CNC it by just basically drag and dropping it to one of your registered CNCs into the cloud. So hopefully it'll be that'll be coming up soon enough. But included with that will just be getting it working on the main site as an actual product I'll be selling. So we'll get there in due time. But yeah, that's a lot of that's already been kind of MVP'd, minimum viable product developed. So squeezed together, it does somewhat work, but it doesn't work as like a whole vision. And but it'll be coming. So I'm getting another message. My camera froze. Okay. Yeah, so I can see that my camera froze there. But yeah, thank you for text-to-speeching. Did you hear the text-to-speech? Just about 2 minutes. Damn. Did you hear the text-to-speech whenever you wrote it? Because I could hear it. I don't know if it got picked up on audio, but I'll have to try to make sure it does do that going forward. Okay. That's it. Let me do this. One of these. It doesn't even look like I'm doing anything on camera, but it is, something is happening. Okay, and then I'm gonna face this towards me. So, all right, signing out. I'm gonna put you on standby, and I'm gonna let you kind of see the Patreon list, and you know, maybe get your own name on there at some point. I know it's just you right now watching Pi, but don't feel pressured. And maybe there's some others watching, because the analytics says that nobody watches and nobody chats, and here you are watching and chatting. So I don't really trust the analytics, but there we are. All right, we're gonna close up, and I'm gonna get off the mic. So I'll see everybody, whoever, Monday, and then if nobody, then when the first video comes together of all of this being compiled into one nice clean video, hopefully some people start joining. Until then, adios, enjoy your night, and goodbye. That's all I got.